Turnspit dogs. What are they? What did they do? And how did they eventually end up extinct? So Turnspit dogs were small dogs. They almost looked dachshund in shape. They had long bodies, they were very small, and they were bred to run in these big wheels. And these wheels would slowly turn a spit, which would have a large piece of meat on it, such as pork, beef, venison, large piece of meat, and it would slowly cook the meat above a fire. So these dogs were bred to run in these big wheels, moving this spit round and round and round to slowly cook the meat. These dogs were very common, very popular among noble households, aristocrat households, even royal households, slowly cooking this meat. And these dogs were expected to do this for hours and hours and hours on end. They were not seen as companion dogs, they were seen simply as a kitchen tool. No different to how you would see a chopping board or a kettle or a toaster. They were seen simply as a tool to be able to help cook the meat. They were popular from around 1750 all the way through to about 1850, so a good sort of 100 years or so. They were very popular and were used for this role specifically. They were not really used for any other roles at all. However, as the invention of mechanical spits that would be able to roll on their own, or would be able to use some type of electricity to be able to move around, or even water, sometimes water was also used, then these dogs soon fell out of fashion. And unfortunately, because they were not seen as living beings, as sentients, they were simply seen as a kitchen tool. They were not kept as companion dogs. They're unfortunately one of the breeds that was not then bred to be a companion dog. They simply just sort of died out of fashion, really. It just wasn't an interest for people to want to keep the breed going, unfortunately. And so by the 19th century, Turnspit dogs had basically all become extinct, sadly, by that point. The last known Turnspit dog, when he died, he was called Whiskey, and so he was taxidermied, and he's actually, you can actually view him in a museum in Wales. I hope you've enjoyed a brief lesson or brief learning on the Turnspit dogs. I'm hoping to do more of these sorts of short, quick videos on the history of different breeds and extinct dogs as well. So if there's any that you're interested in wanting to know about, comment below, follow my page if you like this sort of content, and I hope to see you in the next one. See you later, guys.